When thinking about fire-breathing liberals, not moderates, but unadulterated and highly outspoken lefties, one of the first names you have to think of is Cenk Uygur, the founder of the Young Turks, which was one of the first liberal digital media giants and now has more than 5 million subscribers on YouTube, more than 6 billion views. It bills itself as the largest online news show in the world. So when Cenk speaks against the far left, I listen. And that's what happened recently when a well-known progressive stalwart, Ana Kasparian, a co-host of the Young Turks, tweeted, quote, "I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this." You get it. Now, to most people who don't live in a Twitter bubble, this would seem so obvious that it's not even worth saying. But those who do live in the Twitter bubble descended, calling her a Karen, a transphobe, a TERF, by the way, is a new term I learned, which is apparently slang for trans exclusionary radical feminist, intended as a slur used by some woke activists. And the controversy has only continued to grow.
Yes, I hardly watch TYT, but recently I decided to. Ana Kasparian is receiving massive backlash from liberals simply by saying this. Don't call me a cis woman, and she stood up for that. These people are struggling to correct the mistakes of the past, and liberals are not happy. I saw one person saying, "Oh, these people are now conservatives."
Tweeted that Ron DeSantis had basically kidnapped her 13-year-old son. And it took off wildfire, took off on Twitter, took off on TikTok. Everyone was sharing it, right? Even, I believe, Under the Desk News, it got to them. I mean, it blew up. She said that he was arrested, taken from her home because he shared a meme. Now, we all hate Governor DeSantis, and no one is putting it past him that he would actually do that, but yet there was not a shred of evidence that this is happening. I watched her GoFundMe go from 15,000 to, I believe it's at like 22,000. She has a separate button where you can just donate to her.
Yes, I don't know what is happening with TYT. I came across a story, I don't know if you have seen this. Liberal journalist Ana Kasparian apologized for promoting Florida Democrat gifter against DeSantis. I don't know what exactly conspired. I have seen a lot of videos on TikTok surfacing. The Young Turks co-host Ana apologized to her far-left audience overnight for giving airtime to the discredited Democratic activist and Ron DeSantis critic, Rebekah Jones.
GoFundMe go from 15,000 to, I believe it's at like 22,000. She has a separate button where you can just donate to her directly. So who knows how much money she has raised. This morning I woke up and there were hundreds of people who were sharing her GoFundMe and who were sharing her story and who were demanding that, Merrick Garland get involved, Department of Justice. And again, not a shred of evidence, y'all. The real story, or the story that is being presented by both the school and the county officials, is that this guy, and there are multiple witnesses, her son was actually threatening a school shooting.
Yes, you heard that. Now, take a look at this apology.
All of those errors that we had previously reported. And I want to be clear that out of everyone who works on the main show, the only person who should be held responsible for that is me. I'm the executive producer of the show, and I screwed up royally. And part of the reason why I screwed up is because I had all these biases, of course, against Ron DeSantis. And I don't really feel bad about that because I think Ron DeSantis has done some pretty terrible things in the state of Florida. But it becomes a problem when that bias blinds you to what the facts of various stories happen to be. And I should have done my due diligence. I failed to do so. And by failing to do so, I feel like I've misled the audience into thinking that Rebekah Jones is some sort of hero. Now, to be fair to myself and to be fair to other independent media sources, if you're not doing your own original reporting, you're relying on the mainstream media narrative a lot of the time. And if they're not doing their due diligence, if they're allowing their personal biases to stand in the way of actual factual reporting, well, that's unfortunately going to trickle into the way independent news sources cover these types of stories as well. Fact of the matter is, I want to make sure that I correct my errors, I get you guys accurate information, and I avoid helping someone who might be a grifter from fundraising off of our.
Yes, I want to be honest on this video. When you take a look at these people, they are struggling to be honest recently. I have seen them taking up stands, and Libras will melt down like never before. This issue of trans, this lady has been standing up for some points I believe in. So you understand that they are struggling to correct the mistakes that they made in the past, and some are aligned with our views. I should not say our views because we have different views, my views. At a certain point, when this is happening and they are coming out to actually apologize after realizing the truth, I understand it's triggering a lot of people, especially Libras. They now call them some kind of name which I cannot say here. When you take a look at how we report news, sometimes you just have to put up informations, not actually what the mainstream media is saying. We all understand that they lie a lot. When I have a story I want to actually narrate or report, I have some kind of articles I will pick up. If you rely on the mainstream media, to pass out information on this platform, especially to your audience, you might mislead them, or a lot of people might unsubscribe. It is something I have noticed. I can go to TikTok to actually see what is happening, pick up some few videos, then, develop them. I will see the way CNN will see a situation, the way they twist it. If I report just with what they have given me, nobody will like it. Yes. It has been like that for a very long time. There are media groups that I used to depend on, especially mainstream media, at first when I was not doing YouTube videos. But when I studied the system and how it operates, I had to adjust the kind of videos I bring here. If you watch my channel every single day, you will not really see a video from the mainstream media. Like I did in the morning with Don Lemon, I can just pick out one part that he said, to either just criticize. That is all. Thank you guys for always being there, supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly.